So the velodrome is angled.
It's very.
So it's really more like this.
Yeah, exactly.
But come 2012 or even 2016, is it Isabella?
To go to the Olympics would be my dream.
Public address announcing, radio broadcasting, Cracker Jack selling. By the way, there better be a... Yeah! I got a prize. I like the sparkly hooves.
Oh, yes. I ride for Twinkle, and they do glitter for horses.
Oh, I thought that was just natural.
Oh, right.
Mariel Zagunas.
The pride of Oregon may currently be Mariel. The Beaverton woman won her country's first gold medal of the Beijing Olympics over the weekend. But come 2012 or even 2016, is it Isabella?
To go to the Olympics would be my dream.
Last month, the Bend resident won a bronze medal at the Under-20 Nationals. Barna is only 14.
Anything Isabella does doesn't really surprise me, but the first time she was on the podium at a national competition, it was really a big deal.
Isabella's dream is to not only compete in the Olympics, but fence for the Blue Devils of Duke, although she is currently a long way from the hallowed halls of Durham, North Carolina. This is where the High Desert Fencing Club trains, but you'd be surprised to find what's behind that seafoam green garage door.
We look for a big room that we can put our overhead wires and our metal strips for the floor, and it really doesn't matter where it's located. It could be some old barn.
Isabella found fencing after getting her black belt in Taekwondo, and her active lifestyle has led to a prestigious position with something called the Alliance for a Healthier Generation.
And their goal is to stop childhood obesity. And so I'm on this board of 20 other kids. Our goal is really to empower kids to make healthy decisions.
This ancient sport certainly keeps the young people of the High Desert Fencing Club fit, but we have to ask, does it hurt?
No, not really. The suits I wear, they're Kevlar. They're really strong. They puncture. You could wear this in a knife fight.
In Bend, Keith Bleyer, KOHD Sports. 3 stages in, 3 to go. Halfway through the 30th Cascade Cycling Classic already, and Central Oregon is drawing rave reviews from the riders, whether they live 2 states over or on the other side of the earth.
Oh, I really like Oregon. It's a beautiful place. I think it's a lot drier. Yeah, the high desert is quite. We've got little bits of that in New Zealand, but not much.
How all out you guys go is just incredible. It's amazing to be around just so many people that are so crazy about cycling and about this race.
The leaders as day 3 began, Spaniard Oscar Sevilla Rivera and Evelyn Stevens of New York City. But today it was less about catching the cyclists in yellow and more about beating the clock.
After putting 150 miles of Central Oregon road behind them during the first 2 stages of the CCC, this relatively short 3rd stage, a time trial, is a welcome respite for the riders. In fact, after you hit the halfway point about 7 miles up on Skyliners Road, it's all downhill from there. But if you think it's time to coast, you'd be wrong.
It's not really the case. I was actually kind of hoping that it would be the case for me today because I burnt so many matches, as they say, going up the hill.
For riders like me, we're just trying to make it through. We're not going too hard or too slow because we know we don't have that kind of chance. Plus tomorrow is another hard day.
Dominguez is a member of the Rock Racing team along with Sevilla Rivera. He defected from Cuba to become a professional cyclist.
It's really hard. You have to, you have to think in one hand you got your future, in the other hand you have your family and friends. So you got to go for the future. Having better future here is for sure your family will be a lot better there.
All the results from today's time trial, including the overall leaders and team standings, tonight on KOHD News at 11. In Bend, Keith Bleyer, KOHD Sports. The White Buffaloes of Madras began this baseball season on a stampede, and the hottest bat belonged to Spencer Ellsbury. He was nearly impossible to get out during the first few weeks of the year.
For over half the season, he had a better batting average than all of us, some of us put together. So, I mean, yeah, he's doing well. He's doing real well.
You began to wonder the minute I mentioned his name. And yes, this Ellsbury is related to that Ellsbury. Spencer is the younger brother of Boston Red Sox outfielder Jacoby, who put Madras on the Major League map.
I don't mind it at all. It's fun. I get to go to games, but at the same time, yeah, I guess people are like, oh, Ellsbury, guys, gotta watch out for him.
It's clear Spencer doesn't put any pressure on himself to match Jacoby. He just wants to produce for his team.
He was hitting so well, I think that, it affected him when he started making a couple outs. So I don't think the pressure was from being an Ellsbury. I think the pressure was from trying to be perfect.
Spencer is a junior at Madras High School. Like his brother did in Corvallis at Oregon State, he hopes to attend a Division I college and keep playing ball. And for the record, there's nothing wrong with a little in-house competition. For example, is Spencer faster than Jacoby?
I'd like to think so, but I don't know about that.
We'll stage a race sometime.
All right.
With this week's Central Oregon Sports Star of Tomorrow, I'm Keith Bleyer. There may be only one human being competing at a time, but this is a team sport.
This is little black dress. We call her Sweet. She's 5, so she's pretty young. She's only been jumping really for about 7 months or so.
At the High Desert Classics, taking place this week and next at the J-Bar J Ranch on the east edge of Bend, there are 4-legged athletes and their teammates as far as the eye can see.
Ever since I saw my first horse when I was 4 years old, I was hooked. And I've had really good mentors who sort of spurred that and encouraged that. But it's a passion. It's in my blood, and I love it.
Each arena looks similar, with obstacles spread out inside a fenced area, but there are 2 very different events taking place. One called jumping, the other hunting.
Jumpers are a timed event, so you go in there and basically it's how fast you can go without knocking down any of the rails. Hunters is you want to be really quiet. It's all about your pace, tempo. You want to look really formal. Jumpers is like less formal. I think it's more fun.
It was nearly unanimous. According to my very unofficial poll, most of the riders think the jumping competition is a lot more fun than the hunting. Although, to be fair, I talked to mostly younger riders. They're all daredevils, and perhaps they'll acquire a taste for the finer things as they get older. But you can say this about any person that gets on a horse at the High Desert Classics. They're involved in a potentially dangerous sport.
You're dealing with a 1,500-pound animal that has a mind of its own, and it's one of the only sports that you do that in, so it's very dangerous.
Lots of surgeries, lots of fun stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it ever scary to get back on?
I mean, it all depends. Sometimes you get shaken up by a really bad spill, but you always get on eventually.
She likes things to be her way, just like any debutante would. Right now she's falling asleep, but she can be quite spicy.
Well, I have that effect on people.
Okay.
I tend to put them to sleep. I like the sparkly hooves.
Oh yes, I ride for Twinkle, and they do glitter for horses.
Oh, I thought that was just natural.
Oh, right.
In Bend, Keith Bleyer, KOHD Sports.
You take care of the horse yourself?
And now the starting lineup for your Bend Elks. The pitcher from Cerritos College by way of Claremont, California, number 44, Sky Severn. And now let's play ball. Fans, if you got a birthday or anniversary that you'd like announced, head on up here to the press box window where you see my hand waving. We'll be sure to give a shout out to the special someone in your party. How about it, fans? Bobby Crocker with the triple.
Hello. We need to get this young man a hot dog. Large or small? Small. And a Butterfinger. Okay.
$5.
Yeah.
Ketchup? What about mustard?
Yeah, I like mustard and ketchup.
Mustard and ketchup together?
Yeah.
I buy Diet Pepsi and Cracker Jack at Dodger Stadium. It's $18. I want to see a bite there. Okay?
Okay.
Vince Jenna Stadium hot dogs, good?
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Nobody out. Bottom half of the second. Gold Sox with a 2-1 lead. Pitch is low again, and they count 2 balls and no strikes. The mascot here for the Bend Elks, a little similar looking to Mr. Met, although he's wearing a Bend Elks shirt and Bend Elks cap. Ground ball knocked down by the pitcher, and the only play is to first for the out. Nice play by Ian McDougal. You're listening to Gold Sox Baseball on AM 1600 and FM 95.5 KUBA.
So, as it turns out, while the boys of summer are playing ball, there's a lot of work going on. Public address announcing, radio broadcasting, Cracker Jack selling. By the way, there better be yeah, I got a prize. Speaking of work, I've got that 11 o'clock newscast. Time for me to leave. At Vince Jenna Stadium, Keith Bleyer, KOHD Sports.